See that? Front sides lifting. All of those tibial muscles are activating. What's happening with this leg while you're thinking about this leg? This is where hops become really important. Hops are a way of synchronizing muscle contractions that can only be synchronized when these little baby jumps are occurring. They're just little baby jumps, but they're jumps because your body is completing the motion. It's completing the combination of muscle contractions coinciding with inhalatory consequences, respiratory consequences, whether you're inhaling or exhaling and wherever along that continuum you are as you're hopping. The act of hopping requires the utilization of all of your musculature in order to actually lift all of your body. That's the only way you can truly go and flex all of your leg muscles is when you ascend. You don't ascend while still rooted to the earth. There's a time to be rooted. But then there's also a time to float. There's a time to ascend. There's a time to hop, and there's a time to jump. Oh. Where are you from? I'm from OU, but I don't owe you anything. I owe all of us everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. The power of the farmer's market, the power of posture, the power of bilateral activation. I know I'm going to die. I know that I can't change that. But every day must become a substitute form, a substitute lifestyle, a way of moving, a way of thinking, a way of being that has a purpose, that has a scalable scheme for taking in the ideas and the stimulation from the world and extracting its meaning and its potential and a vision built on those consequences that would arise theoretically if these changes were made. some part of the spine needs to be curved. Look at all of those survivalist human being hunters. They all spend sustained amounts of time hunched over, stalking, trying to merge with the natural world as they take these little bows and arrows with these poisoned arrows. Once we figured it out, we kept doing it for thousands of years. We became expert at it, and we began teaching it to the next generation. See, how straight can you be? This is one reason why I don't ever hesitate to put the user, you see that right here? I'm stretching it as I'm descending. But it's fighting in some way. Those same muscles that are stretching are getting ready to activate. See, the way in which you hold the throne, are you holding it between here? Are you holding it over here? All of these variations alter the muscular commands. Complete these movements. Just like in basketball, you're taught to complete your follow through. But don't ever forget that, hey, either complete it all the way through back to your ready position, or you reverse it, you finish it, and then bam, you take the same track back to a ready position. No one ever taught me that. And that's not an indictment of any coach or any teacher or, basketball aficionado. Whoa! I spent so much time playing that game, diverting my awareness of my own problems, my own psychological impediments, to me focusing my energy on creating wealth with wealth. I had that opportunity. But once I went to China, I came back after having experienced these celebratory banquets and these environments where you're around a lot of happy people who are all relatively high in the hierarchy of their society. I came back and I wanted to go drink, I wanted to go smoke, I wanted to go celebrate, I wanted to go watch the game, I wanted to go play I wanted to go drive fast, I wanted to go, well, I know, I take that back, I never really wanted to drive fast, I've always been a slow driver. But I've always been fairly fuel conscious. I've always been pretty dietarily conscious. I've always been fairly athletic, at least in my activities, and not in my technique. Like the drive was there. The drive was there, just like Kobe. But I didn't have Kobe's DNA, But I had that intensity of a commitment, a romanticization of the process, the art, the drama, the emotion, the raw physicality, the warfare desire, the raw competitive pursuit of victory. These are all motivating forces for me, for him, for everybody from that generation. Because there was kind of the tail end of the journalistic celebration of these awesome human achievements. Because in the 1950s and 60s and 70s, there wasn't that much of a record of these types of achievements, of these demonstrations of skill and excellence that need to be recognized and supported and incentivized. But it's the underlying fundamentals that apply to other domains of life, and that's why the domain of the Olympic event or the sport or the martial arts style or the pool player's accuracy or the archer's accuracy or the essayist or the statistician and the market watcher and the capital allocator, or if it's the person doing the cutting the grass, there's a precision to all of life that makes it a little bit better. And it can be improportional. It can be disproportionate in a way that is promotional of greater collective and individualistic satisfaction. I don't know how you calculate that. In each person, their satisfaction is going to be different. Get them hats. Get them all straw hats and long sleeve white shirts. And I'm referring to anyone who's working, anyone who's out in the sun. See these movements? I'm going to full extension and then back. I'm not going too far. And I'm tossing imaginary things. I'm balancing imaginary objects. I'm playing with spheres. I'm controlling prisms. I'm imagining all of this, and it's enhancing my body's capacity for simulating what that must feel like. And I know it doesn't feel that way, but it gets me a little bit closer. I've heard stories about people who loved a game or loved a course so much that they rehearsed themselves playing it. That when they got out of jail or when they got out of the hospital or whatever it was that kept them away from that love, that passion, they come back and they're a little bit better. Sometimes a lot better. And that's one thing about golf. Golf has a lot of the benefits of Tai Chi, and it has some unique benefits. That there's a benefit to wandering around and trying to put this little ball into this vast area in the most efficient way possible. Precision and efficiency are the metrics by which excellence is proven. And perfection is approximated. And that's why they're deserving of being modeled. They're deserving of being studied and analyzed and then taught. A lot of my exhales that are kind of blissful and really satisfying and really inductive of release and appreciation and gratitude. What does that sound like? How do you release the air that you've taken in a way that induces a sense of gratitude? Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. I love you. And breathe seriously. uThrones forever.